Yo,
Man,
yo.
we here again. Here we go.
Now,
Yeah.
we don't know how long we got out here, man. There's a lot going on in the world, man, and we part of it, man.
Scary
Uh,
times.
our boy done got us to some mess again, man.
Man, I tell you, he might be that type of friend that you out and all the time he turning up and you just looking at him like, yo, what the hell you doing, man? What you starting to fight with
Yeah,
Iran for?
yeah, yeah. It's like you gotta tell them later on, like, yo, like, listen, bro, you got us in another melee. Like, you probably don't you don't say nothing right then and there till you get back around the way. Like,
Right,
bro,
right,
like,
right, right.
yo,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
he
man,
wildin'.
we talked about this. You said we was gonna chill, man. You be on that bull, man. Like, man. Nah, man,
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. You wake up yesterday and you hear that USA bombed some sites or areas in Iran, and we don't be knowing the reason behind these things.
yeah,
There's always been tension for years when it comes to Iran and the USA. In the Middle East, because contrary to what most people believe, USA do have allies in the Middle East. I mean, there's several countries in the Middle East. It ain't just Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. It's several countries or whatever. So, and there is some allies that USA and good relationships that they have with some countries in the Middle East, but Iran has not been one, and they got a long history of issues and beef and some stuff that they got. I guess they have a gripe. They have a right to have a gripe about, and then whatever. But it's happening. So like it's just like, damn, what's going on is the question. Like, what's the reason
yeah.
behind this? What it look like? How's it going to affect us? That's something right there we gotta look at.
You know what I don't like, and maybe it was because I'm not the biggest person that be paying attention to politics and world news and stuff. But
Me neither.
it just seemed like 2 days ago, I didn't know we was about to we was a part of this. Like you said, you wake up and you hear like U.S. bomb somebody or whatever. My whole thing is like when you listen to, I've been watching a lot of the news now. CNN is actually on the TV right now, and how the country is cheering because the dude got killed. I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name. It was like that we killed him, and the city is in not uproar. They're actually cheering for that. Um, but I know that there's legal things that have to take place before US can actually engage in stuff like that. But once again, we have a president that doesn't follow that. Like, it's almost like he say go, we go. We don't have to bring it in front of no Senate, no committees, none of that. Are we getting involved? He just, you know what? Hey, this is an opportunity. And I think, he runs the country like a business. So I know it's something financial in there. Um, some way to have another place under our control, maybe take some oil. Who knows? There's a bunch of different conspiracy theories that's out there.
Mhm.
But he for sure, we talking about like the backlash of this whole thing. Yeah, he is gonna have to, sit in front of some people in the US and actually, speak about why he did this, and was it okay for him to do it? But then you have a power vacuum now. Like, you killed their leader, somebody else gotta take control, and we don't know if that next person is gonna be, somebody that we can actually work with. This may be a forever war.
Worse. You know what I mean?
You never
You know
know, like,
King Rob Baratheon dies, and then King Joffrey takes over. Then now look what you went to. Now look what you got.
look
You
at
know
you.
what I mean? Like, damn, man.
Who's
Like,
gonna be the cupbearer?
Yeah,
oh man.
and I guess that's the biggest problem with this whole situation here, man, is there's no transparency, man. We have no
We don't know what's going
idea
on.
of what's going on, man. No clue at all, yo. So you would think that if we had an idea from like weeks ago or even days ago, like, oh, these situations was going on, we'll feel, me a little bit more comfortable than not knowing anything. But the thing is, they move in secret. They move in secret over there at the White House. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They tighter than GI Joe right now, man. I can tell you that much.
Or it's a good chance they don't know. He pushed the button. They was asleep too. They didn't know he was gonna do it. But on another note, I would like to send out some prayers. I have a friend that's over there, like a real good brother, my man Miller. That's over there, uh, and he's in Dubai actually, like living there. So I hope that him and his family is good. I
Oh,
actually
he
called
he
him.
he lives in Dubai,
He
or
lives there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he lives there. I hope that him and his family is good. I actually called, but I know it's like early in the morning there, so I mean, and who knows what the situation is going on. He didn't answer, so hopefully he responds back and that his family is all well over there.
Yeah, you see it all on, TikTok, IG, people who vacationed over there, who's over there right now, like Americans. They like, they all in like emergency shelters. They're describing some of the stuff they say. They say, yo, we actively saw missiles dropping and making contact. It's a lot that's going on. This is actively going on right now. You know, it's always the question, right? Like, because we talk about needing transparency and not knowing what's going on. But it's always that question, like, yo, who business are we just sticking our nose in right now? You know what I mean? Is this one of those situations, or this is something that's actually our beef, something that's they're doing that's directly affecting us, and we had to respond in this manner. But with Trump at the helm, man, it's like you have no idea. You know what I mean? And that's you'll never get transparency with this administration right now. They do what they want to do, and then when they do it, it's gonna be a big like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I did it, and what? Like, these are the worst people in the world. Yeah, I have no idea. So we had to do this, but like we don't know that. Like, y'all ain't telling us
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, just
And we
doing
got and
stuff.
we got people that's stationed over there as well, right? Like so you put them in danger. Um and then also I always think about the next presidents, right? Like
Hmm.
they're gonna be playing cleanup to this stuff. And you know what? Like Trump's gonna be able to ride off into the sunset, and the next president, next two presidents are gonna get the blame for this. Like it seems like that's always the thing. Like, Obama was getting flagged back from what Bush did. It's like it's always like the theme to that stuff, man. Like you said, it's no transparency. I don't know why we engage in that. Maybe I need to, pay more attention to the world events and things like that. But yeah, like could we have stayed out of this and then our people would be okay? Because it's about Americans, right? So unless we just the big brother to the world, when people get into stuff, we need to go help them. If that's our position, then say that.
Hmm.
I would like to know, what I mean, what this argument or this conflict is about because it just seems like, and it's a crazy thought that two men can have a disagreement to the point where they can't work it out, that they got to involve this amount of this magnitude of violence. You know what I'm saying? Against each other. Two men on the street have an argument. They might fight or they might just walk away. But since these two men have a whole country behind them with an army, they can flex their
Yeah.
muscle to just wreak havoc on each other. And that
Hmm.
is the most craziest part about it because y'all two can't get along, that you involve a whole country to fight each other.
And James, also, so look at this. So what if, like you said, two men on the streets, they might they can even have a fight and keep going. But what if the US is wrong? We still gonna be right. We got the biggest army, right? So we could do some BS and then still blow you up. There's no, sense sitting down and talking about certain things at the table and then moving forward. Like, nah, it's almost like, okay, you wrong for either you did some nonsense and we're coming to get you for that, or we did some nonsense. You should have never even held us accountable. Now we on your ass now because we got the biggest army and the biggest
And
military.
and Sue made a great point, what I mean, is why are we always getting in somebody else's business? You know what I mean? That's like the history of us. You know what I mean? We always getting involved in somebody else's business. And the fact is that we got so many issues on American soil and we don't take care of our own is beyond me, man. How are we getting involved with everybody else? We saving every we giving money to everybody else, but we got homeless people over here. We got people strung out on drugs over here. You know what I'm saying? We got so many issues, people not eating and all this other stuff. We cannot find a solution to these issues over here, but we can find every other solution in the world in Iran. You know what I mean? Or or any other place. You know what I mean? We give
Give a bunch of money to Ukraine.
yeah, we give him money and money and money, but we can't give the next man over here a dollar. It just don't make any sense. And I wish, you know what I mean, government can make it make sense, but it never does. We always find our ways to accommodate others, but in our own backyard, we don't accommodate nobody. Healthcare is the highest it's ever been, but we accommodate everybody else.
Yeah, yeah,
Makes no sense,
yeah.
man. I can tell you that much. Makes
Well,
no sense.
well, listen, man. I know politics isn't our strong suit. We ain't gonna act like we Anderson. What's my man name again?
Cooper?
Anderson Cooper,
Oh,
and,
yeah, the
and,
scoop.
and all and all. Fox News and CNN and MSNBC and all that
Nancy
stuff,
Cooper got
man.
the best glasses in the world, man. Them things clean, man.
Oh man.
Clean specs you got.
But like, you know, it just tells you though that we need to know what's going on, man. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of time. I know I spend a lot of time watching sports, scrolling through IG, things like that. But take that time out just to check the news, watch the news a little bit. You know what I mean, and see what's going on in the world, so you can make heads or tails of what it is. And I don't know. I mean, it ain't really much you can prepare yourself for, because who the hell thought this was gonna happen? But still, just knowing what the hell going on and not being clueless is important.
That IG algorithm is kind of crazy. I know mine be a little crazy, but one thing I do know that it do when I do swipe up, it do say, "Hey, welcome to Off the Parkway podcast." I can tell you that much.
They shout.
You know what I mean? I'm your host, James. You got Big Sue over here. We got Jamal over here. If you like this type of content, hit that like button. If you like this type of content, I need you to, boy, I can't even say it. Get them subs going. You know what I mean? Share it to everybody, man. We appreciate it. We are out here pumping out the content, and we're hoping that you appreciate it, you
Pumps.
like it, you love it. Just let us know. Hit the comment section and just, you know what I mean, let us know how you feel. You know what I mean? We talk about a bunch of things. We talk about politics today, you know what I mean? So who knows what we'd be talking about next. So what we got on first of all, how y'all feeling?
I'm
I'm
feeling.
good. Good, so
No, I'm feeling good, man. They talk about when he scroll up on his content and say off the Parkway podcast, and that's good. I gotta see what I can do to get my algorithm pointing that way, because mine's be on some other shit, man. I be having other stuff pop up on my algorithm, man. I don't know,
girl,
man.
shake that booty meat. Girl, shake
Oh
that
man,
booty meat.
oh man,
You gotta get control of that,
I got,
man.
I got, I got to rewire the algorithm, man. No, 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 I'm fucking around, but no, I'm good. I'm doing good, man. Feel like we finally get a little break in the weather. You know what I mean? Like I can see grass where I'm at. You know,
70s this weekend.
Yeah.
hey, man, let's do it, man. Let's we in March. We in March now, man. So spring is at the we can see the light at the end of the tunnel with spring, so that feels good. So yeah, man. I had a great weekend, man. Watching some high school basketball, and man, it's all good, man.
Yeah, I know. For me, definitely everything's good. We're in the second of Ramadan. So this is
Mm.
day 12 actually. So I think we didn't really speak about that, but we on day 12 of fasting. It's going great. Definitely been knocking out my prayers. I've been doing more than just fasting from eating, trying to watch my language, trying to help people around me not get angry as well. So yeah, and in terms of normally around this time I always like miss Sahur meal, that first meal at like 4:30 because it's getting earlier. So it's like 4:30 in the morning, you gotta get up and eat. But I've been waking up. My son is waking up with me too. Some of these days, wife is right there too. So yeah, so everything's going good, man. Alhamdulillah, and I hope that everybody that's out there fasting is reaping the blessings of all this month. So we're good. We're good.
Hmm. Alright, so you've just been overcoming adversity. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Here we go. Hey, yeah, and you know what's crazy? I weighed myself at the beginning. I'm actually up 3 pounds. So yeah, you can actually gain weight this month too.
You know we got, daylight saving time, this Saturday.
Yeah, I know. Oh, listen, and hopefully you know it's coming. We're gonna be halfway through, so we'll be all right by then.
Yeah, it must be nice, you know what I mean? Yeah, I
Because
know y'all.
we gain an hour,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
later.
long days.
So yeah, the
Hey,
days are be starting to
f
be longer. Yeah.
Yeah,
enjoy this week while we can then.
definitely, definitely.
Well, you know what I mean? Y'all doing a good job, real MVP-ish, you know what I mean?
I kind of
Oh,
see it. Let's see some murders coming, man.
Yeah,
See some.
you can see it in the air.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Y'all doing a good job, and I know that y'all are very proud of yourselves for doing a good job.
Yeah, all praises to God. Too. How about that? How about how about that? Oh man,
Yeah. So what we got on the board, man? Where we going from here, man? We just talked about Trump and his stuff. Now we moving on. So, you know what I mean? Let's touch on some sports. You know what I mean? That's our
well,
bread and butter. So why not? You know what I'm saying? We just had a good game today. It was Knicks versus Spurs. Knicks
Mhm,
got the dub. You know what I mean? They looked real good. Spurs was at full strength. Knicks was at full strength. Well, we're not all the way at full strength. We're still missing Deuce, but looked very good today. You know, defense
mhm,
was there. Wimby was still doing his numbers, but we kept some of the other guys, you know, they didn't go off like they usually do. So we did pretty well. Cat looked aggressive today. You know what I mean? He did a lot of rebounding. He didn't have the best game offensively, but he did a lot of the other things, and I was very happy with his performance. Johnson was a little still had him on the wraps a little bit in the first quarter, but then he turned it around. You know what I mean? How y'all feel about the Knicks and this win, and we can go into about how they looking going towards the playoff.
well, I'm gonna start off because I know Sue's a Knicks fan, so and I'm a Knicks hater. All right, so let
always
me.
been.
Yeah, listen, I've been consistent. I know it's a dark cloud over that garden. Um, but so the Knicks is something about them for me. I know you have Brunson, who is a heck of a closer. I think the reason I don't believe in the Knicks, besides just being a hater of the Knicks right now, is Carl Anthony Towns. Right? Because I believe that, and I've seen it when he get on that block and decide to be dominant. I seen him like actually destroy, and I know he's capable. But for whatever reason, he tends to start drifting and floating out there to that 3-point line when the playoff time comes, and instead of the ground and pound, which he can get, which he can do and score and be effective. The other thing about him is reliability. He's gonna get these stupid fouls. Um, that he has not shown that he can't stay away from these dumb fouls for no reason that put him on the bench at very crucial times. Like even if he's not knocking down that three, he's a threat because you got to go out there. But if he's in foul trouble and he's off, he's on the bench. It's pointless. I know what Brunson is going to do. He's proven that. But I wish that the Knicks had that guaranteed give him the ball walking 20 besides Brunson.
That should be Cat, to be honest with you.
But it is Cat if he can stay on the floor. Like it is him. Like but like I'm looking at the game tonight, right? Cat can't he can't have 12 points. I mean, y'all beat the brakes on, but he need to be imposing his will. Like he needs to be 22 and 10 every night. he has the green light to do it. I mean, granted, even on this game, he didn't take, he only took 1 3, but he got 4 fouls. Like, so I don't and I didn't watch the game, so I don't know when he got these fouls to maybe he had to sit down for crucial points, whatever. Um, but now, you guys are a tough team, so I do think you can make a playoff run. I just think just getting over that hump, um, to a finals may be difficult.
You know, with the Knicks, I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, so it's been a frustrating year because, obviously with the start of things, it was like, if this is the year that the Knicks could make a run, this would be it because of what the East looked like with Tatum out, Halliburton out, and teams that was on the up and coming, like Detroit.
Right.
Nobody thought that they was going like jump out and have this kind of a jump this year. They were just still like kind of up and coming, pause. But so in the preseason, looked like that this would be an opportunity for the Knicks just to get a head start and stay healthy and go. And it's been mixed results. Like we'll have these spurts of looking like a championship caliber team, and then we'll have these spurts of just looking like a team that don't know their identity. And I think that's ultimately the issue right now, man. Is the Knicks trying to find out what their identity is, and when we made the switch from Tom Thibodeau to Mike Brown, we were supposed to up the pace, use our bench, and not run our guys in the ground. Now, some of that stuff has been going on. I mean, our pace, I still think we don't get up enough, but we don't really have the roster to get up like that. Jalen Brunson is his fat, slow ass. He ain't trying to be running up and down the court
He's
like
trying to
that.
kill you in the half court.
Eh, to expect him to be the Aaron Fox, that's not his game. Now it looks like that when Jose Alvarado comes in there and run the point, he get it and go, and then we run it. You see Mikal hitting the wing, you see OG hitting the wing, and we run it and they put Mo Diawara, who's been a very pleasant surprise as a second round rookie. Or was he even drafted? I think he was undrafted. I don't
Nah,
even
he
know.
was on. I think he was undrafted. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, he's been a pleasant surprise. Them French boys that's coming over here and doing well. Um,
That's racist.
he French, he a black French man.
Fucking French
Pause.
boys, man. You
Uh,
fucking
uh, uh, but now, like, so, like, with all that being said, man, like, and I know we're gonna get to more of a expanded conversation when we talk about pretenders and contenders in the NBA, and when I think of the Knicks, man, it's just like, damn, man, we riding the fence, pause of that line of pretender and contender. You know what I mean? I think we should be well over the line of contender. It should be there. This shouldn't be something to be questioned because we've been relatively healthy. I mean, yeah, we had a couple
Mhm.
injuries and things like that, but we've been relatively healthy. We have as of yet going past the All-Star break, we haven't had no to a starter, had these big times where these guys are out for extended period of times. OG had a couple, injuries and stuff, minor stuff, but he'd be back and forth. You know, we, we, we're healthy, and we're just not consistent. So our identity, we got to find it. We got to make sure our rotations is right. We got the right people in at right times. 'Cause that's a big thing right now. And I know the whole thing with Alvarado and Shohan trying to work them into the lineup and seeing if they're gonna be part of the rotation, especially in the case of Sohan because Alvarado's in the rotation. But when Deuce McBride come back, that's gonna be another thing. Like how do we still work that in there? So I don't know, man. It's frustrating though. It's frustrating to see the Knicks beat a team like the Spurs, blow them out, who who just beat the Detroit Pistons, and we can't even get within the damn 10 points of the Detroit Pistons. They've been blowing us out all year, and
mhm.
we'll lose to Indiana and then beat freaking OKC and beat the Spurs. Like it's just a weird thing with the Knicks, man. So We got to find that consistency and figure it out. And then I'll probably we'll know whether they pretenders or contender by the time we get from a couple weeks from the playoffs.
So what do you feel about like that trade? Like, so getting Alvarado and oh boy, do you think that that's the get over the hump trade?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that was the intention to get over the hump. I just think they just wanted to do something, just to make sure that we had some backcourt help. That was our thing in the offseason, trying to get a backup point guard. That can kind of that's different than Brunson. Somebody who can speed the pace up and all that stuff.
Bring more energy.
Yeah, yeah. So we was trying to find that. We was trying to find that since last year, to be honest with you, with Thibodeau. And we wasn't able to, get that. And I think that was just something. I think they looked at this roster as like, this is the roster that if we can't win with this roster, then shit, we got to do something else. But we don't need to make nothing big happen. You know what I mean? Like this is it. We done traded picks away from Mikal Bridges. We done made a big trade to get Cat over here. You know what I mean? And just one thing about Cat, man. Yo, like I never seen a player, all-star player, all NBA caliber player, that their Achilles heel is and they can't stay out of foul trouble. Like I don't understand it.
I'd rather you
Every
give up Frank.
game after game, and this is like your 10th year. You're not a rookie. You're not just some second year young player. You still haven't learned to stay out of foul trouble. You still commit to the closest player that come to that is Steph Curry. Steph used to get a lot of dumb fouls. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
I don't get it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, like, why do you still make these stupid ass fouls? Like, why are
You
you
think they
getting
not
caught
going? You think they
reaching?
not gonna call it?
It's just being lazy and not moving
Yeah,
your damn feet and not, putting yourself in proper position, trying to take shortcuts. You're not getting away with it. So you got to do like it's the most puzzling thing in the world, man. You can count on him getting in foul trouble. It's just you can count on it.
Cat got some of the worst bad habits that he will never fix out of all this time, yo. You would think out of all these years he would move his feet better than what he does.
You know
He
he wear
should.
like a size 20 fucking two.
Yeah,
Yeah, them some 20s
you
out there.
you would think on the offensive end he would take advantage of the mismatches instead of just taking the easy road out by shooting the jumper. You would think a lot of these things that he will fix. And it's been all these years in the league, he still never addressed any of it. He still gets in foul trouble like it ain't nothing.
It's shortcuts. Some players through like LeBron does it. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, let me find a way to get my rest and preserve certain things because I can't be Russell Westbrook in 48 minutes of a game. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
balls to the wall. So, but the thing is that like you can't do that 70% of the game. Like you could take your spots here and there, but like you can't do that, and then now you're in foul trouble, and now you can't do nothing. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know, man, but
And also just looking at some of his stats right now, you guys need more from Jordan Clarkson. Like,
Jordan Clarkson not in the rotation.
He's not even in the rotation.
wow. He's a
I he
yo,
don't play defense.
God damn it, you brought him in to be a bucket. Like he just
He hasn't been a bucket. You're getting more. Mo Diawara, they didn't know that he was going to do what he was going to do, and he has taken a lot of time off that bench. And even though they're kind of different positions, wing, but they fill him in at certain places. He can guard guards and forwards and things like that off the bench, and he's hitting threes and making shots that Clarkson make. Clarkson was getting a lot of time in the beginning of the season, and he really wasn't. I mean, it was a couple games he did well, but it just wasn't consistent. So
then you gotta trade him and get something for him.
I think
There's
that's
no
it.
need. I mean, it's too late now, but it's no
Yeah.
need to have a Jordan Clarkson on your bench and you don't use him. It's a gun.
That's the thing. When one man steps up, the other one, if he don't
Yeah.
step up and produce, man, boy is out there. You can see with today's game when Hart wasn't making them jump shots, they put him in the game. Yo, it changed the whole offense just like that.
Who, Diawara?
Yeah, when they put DR in today, when Hart couldn't hit a 3-point shot to save his life,
He
it
like,
changed.
like 6'9", he running around doing wild shit. Yeah, like, this nigga wild as hell, man. It be working. Like,
Yo, I'm telling you, San
I don't know how
Antonio.
we gonna fuck him up, but we gonna fuck him up somehow. We gonna fuck him up somehow. Like
Y'all gonna
the
give
got
him
a
you gonna
diamond
give
in the
him
rough. Got
you
a
gonna give
and
him
I ain't making it seem like he could be some he could be fucking Giannis Antetokounmpo. I ain't even trying to make it seem like that, but he can be a starter. Like if we needed him to be, if something happened to Mikal Bridges, he can play. But we're gonna find a way to fuck him up going in the future.
that nigga played 50 he played 15 minutes, he took 13 threes.
Yeah, just leave him. They thought they could leave him open.
He
They
had
was
4 of
leaving
'em.
Hart open. That was their defense. They'll leave
Yeah,
Hart open and let and just help out
Yeah, yeah.
on.
Wimby was guarding.
Yeah.
okay.
So, all right. So, I mean, we talked about a lot. We talked a lot about the Knicks. So, who are the pretenders and who are the contenders in the league right now? Because we're in the second half of the season right now. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the Knicks, but we just talked about them. But who the true contenders are right now? You know what I mean? Like, who y'all think?
We'll start with the Eastern Conference. We start with the Eastern
Okay.
Conference.
So we talked about the Knicks. So
Contender,
now
contender?
you say pretender.
No, contenders. I don't think that they're pretenders. I think that they are a contender because you got a major closer, a proven
Mm,
one. Like,
yeah.
and then what the Knicks have pride, right? So they're gonna fight, and you got a closer. Now, if we Cat's problem can be fixed. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, contend it can be at like some point, bro. Just let somebody go. I'd rather you just let them go by you than for you to foul them. Like, so like, and when he is hooping, when Cat is hooping, the Knicks is rocking and rolling, right? So I do think that the Knicks are. I think they're definitely contenders. I wouldn't pick them to like win it all, but I can see them coming out. I can see them coming out of the East, like, right?
What you think?
For the Knicks,
Yeah, contender
uh,
or pretender?
contender. The only thing is that the only thing they scare me when it comes down to Detroit. Now the thing is, and I think that they will beat them in the series, but the fact is that the physicality of Detroit scares me because Cat always gets into foul trouble, or he doesn't step up to the plate to get them in foul trouble by using his mobility. He's, to me personally, he's better than Durham to get around him
Yeah,
to
nah.
get a. You know what I mean? He can
I would
get
take Cat
Durham.
over him.
You know what I mean? Durham can't do nothing with Cat once Cat starts moving. So he needs to do that but he don't do it. But I think he's a contender. I think the Knicks are a contender. I just think that, what I mean, we're gonna have a little battle with Detroit. It depends on our seeding though. If we're the second seed, then we'll see Detroit at the end. That'd be great. But don't be, you know what I mean? I'll save that team until we get there. Let's go.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are contenders. I think we've shown enough in our high points that says that if this is how good we look at our highest moments, then we could beat anybody if we play at that consistent moment. If you get consistency out of Miles, I mean out of Bridges, if you get consistency out of OG, we have now been in the playoffs and had some runs in the playoffs now, over the last 2 years. So we're getting our war scar tissue up. You know what I mean? When it comes to the playoffs, playoff scar tissue. So we we got that. Detroit, they just got into the playoffs last year, played a tough series against the Knicks, whatever, but they've been on a run. They look really good. They're really well coached, and we'll talk about them differently. So that is a concern when, if we do happen to play with them. But as far as the Knicks, I think we are a contender, but we got to clean up some stuff. We got to stay healthy. That's the key, right? We want to make sure that we got Mitch at the end. We want to make sure that Hart is there. all the glue guys, the Alvarados, because that's what's going to get us, past some of these teams is those glue guys that can win a game in a series. So I think right now we're contenders because of that experience, and we're very deep. Pause. We was talking about Jordan Clarkson. He don't even get burned. So if
Yeah.
somebody get hurt, he'll fill in for somebody. You know what I mean? Like with Deuce McBride, who was one of the best, rotation players in the league.
He'll be
So like,
back.
so we're super deep. Pause. So you know, hopefully, we can use that to our advantage. So I think they contender. So who else we got in the East? We got Detroit. I think we all in agreement.
Yeah, Detroit.
They're contenders. They've been damn near the best team in the league throughout the course of the year so far. They have a bona fide MVP caliber player right now because that's what Cade playing at is an MVP level.
Mhm.
They have glue guys in the right spots, and I would say their biggest weakness is who's that number two. I mean, you see, like Maul, you were saying that does the Nick, who's that other guy that's your walking 20-point thing? They got that guy. That's Cat. You know what I mean? Like with all his flaws, he's a double guy. Throughout the course of his career. So he just got to stay on the floor. But Detroit, who's that number two? Dylan Durant he is an all-star role player, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He's not somebody who's featured in their offense. They don't run
Mhm.
plays for Jalen Durant. Jalen Durant
No.
getting his points off of pick and rolls, offensive rebounds, and running the
Mhm.
floor. That's how he's getting his points. They're not featuring him. We know things slow down in the playoffs, so he's not your traditional second best player, go get a bucket guy. They got guys who can score, but day in, day out, they don't have that. So that's my concern with Detroit. But together as a team, collectively, they play defense, they play hard, they play physical, and they punking dudes. So that's gonna look good in the playoffs. So they're a contender.
Yeah, they definitely contender. My only issue with Detroit is like you said, they don't have a second person, but they also don't seem like they have enough scoring sometimes. It just seems like K got to do everything by himself. And I don't know if that's going to hold up in the playoffs. He did a good job of holding down the fort by himself last year, but it didn't last. So, what I mean, even with you got twin over there, the Thompson twin over there, he can't shoot worth a damn. You know what I mean? So unless you got old man Tobias that's going to be stepping up and putting up buckets, but he hasn't been consistent this whole year.
Can't
So
expect
that's the
Tobias to be a number two.
yeah, and that's the only thing. They don't really have too much of anybody else. They had it before with Tim Hardaway Jr. that was helping them out with a lot of scoring. But and they had it was Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley. They both
Yeah,
was,
Malik
what I mean,
Beasley. They definitely had something with Malik Beasley.
yeah, they
Yeah,
both had both of them, and they both was, they shooters. You ain't got both of them this year. So
Yeah, who Young FanDuel?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
that's what they
yeah,
call them.
yeah. So
Young
you know
young
what I mean?
young Draft Kings.
That yeah, out there selling ass, yeah.
What y'all feel about Boston?
Pretenders.
I think they're pretenders.
And I say it because you gonna get there. You gonna get there and do what? Like I don't think you're a threat. Now, granted, what Brown is doing, what the team is doing is great, but we know what you lacking. Like you lacking a major superstar like over there. So I don't to get to the finals would be great. I think they playing with house money. Um, but I don't think that they have enough to be a threat in the conference finals to a Knicks or to Detroit. I
They
don't
definitely
know
playing
about
with
Cleveland.
house. They definitely playing with house money. You know what I mean? And nobody expected them to be as good as they've been.
Yeah.
And they got like the third seed in the East. And they've been playing really well, and obviously Jaylen Brown, he's like an MVP candidate,
Yes, indeed.
but, you know, the number 2 is your number 1 now. So, who's your number 2 in there? That's one thing. They got a bunch of they got, you got your Pritchards, you got your Whites, and, they're good, but to be forced in that role to be a guy in a 7-game series to consistent because they could do it in these spotted games in the
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
season, but to be able to do that in a tight series and expect them to do that for 4 wins, that's gonna be tough to ask out of White, out of Pritchard, out of, whoever else that they use to score in that team right now, so they're pretenders right now. It's a good story. I would not rush back if I'm Tatum. Just I don't care how good
He's
your
playing
team is.
5-on-5 right now.
I understand he is, and
Playing
and and I
5-on-5.
know that would be a beautiful story. Come back from
That
Achilles.
adrenaline not rushing.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
when you
yeah,
get
you
get
coming
out there
back
in
from
that game.
Achilles, but, like, I just go ahead, chalk this season up, man, and whatever happens, happens. But
And you know what, so though, that's the luxury of Boston though. Like if you go to the playoffs deep in the playoffs now with just Brown, right? Come up with come up with any defense that you can key on Brown and make everybody else beat you. You should beat Boston.
mhm,
We're not gonna let Brown beat us. But it's hard to do that with Brown and Tatum. Like they actually got what other teams need. They got two walking buckets.
mhm.
We're not even saying in the system. We're saying move out their way and let them do what they do. And they got two of those players. Not a lot of teams got that.
A
Uh,
and you might have a
Cleveland
power
might
str
have it now.
and you might have a power struggle with that, like, if that happened. What you think, James, with
Well, the
Boston?
thing is, I don't think me personally, I don't think he's gonna play. But
No,
if he
it's
does,
okay.
you know what I mean? But if he does play, you know what I mean, there is gonna be a power struggle. Definitely gonna be a power struggle when he plays because right now, Jaylen Brown is playing for he wants to be MVP. So he's gonna keep trying to produce. He wants to keep the ball flowing through him only because he wants to be the man this year. Now, if Tatum comes back and he is, say, if he's 70%, he's still going to take them. He's still going to take a bulk of them shots, and it's going to take a lot of opportunities away from Jaylen Brown, and that's going to become an issue.
But
Now,
then
can it?
but James, didn't they do that though? They did it in the finals. It seemed like Tatum wasn't pressing.
No, it just
Brown got every
Tatum just wasn't playing well, he wasn't shooting well, so
yeah,
Brown was, you know what I mean?
okay, okay,
It
okay,
wasn't a thing where he said, "Go ahead, you got it, Brown," the nigga he was
okay,
yeah,
trying,
no.
okay,
but
okay.
it just wasn't working
And,
out.
and the thing is, the thing with Boston, it's like a unwritten rule over there. They know that Tatum's the guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah. He's the
you
fan
know what I mean?
favorite. He's the face.
He's the face of the team, and the ball's going to keep flowing his way first. Is always going to be Brown second. This is Brown's only year to say that, hey, I am number one for the whole time, and I got us here. You know what I'm saying?
J
But
J
you know, what I mean,
J
forget
J
about Boston. We still got Cleveland,
so
pretenders or not.
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. So,
Yeah,
what you think, Mo?
You know what's crazy? I actually I like Cleveland. And I actually watched some games since Harden been there, right? And kind of the role one, it seems like listen, they know that this is Mitchell team. It's clear. But they will allow for Harden to do his thing too. He is his own player. But now I don't think it has to be with him dribble, create whatever. Now he can kind of spot up a little bit because Mitchell is a willing passer as well as a walking bucket too. I actually I think I don't want to put them as pretender. I think they're scary because they're walking and beat you. All right, so I think that they like a scary team. I think that they will be contenders um up until I don't know second round, like because I think that front
But then
court
then that's not a contender.
is they're a scary team, like
Mhm.
it's like almost like a Cinderella now. Because if you got Mitchell, I mean, granted, he's a threat to get 40, and that can get you over the hump. Um, but then I gotta see what this playoff Harden is like, man.
I mean, I look at it like this: that team that they had last year, where they was the Detroit of last year.
Yeah.
Great regular season. Looked good. Looked like one of the best teams, and they got into the playoffs, and something else happened. But they're built differently than like Detroit is built. Like they're physical, but with Harden there, it doesn't make them more physical. It makes them more finesse.
Mhm.
Um, but he is an upgrade from Garland, I believe. Even
'Cause
at
no,
this
no,
stage
they
of
was
his
backing off
career,
of
he's an
Garland.
upgrade.
They was backing off of Garland
Yeah,
at some point last year. You're not doing
yeah,
that with Harden.
yeah. So I mean, I think that he's an upgrade. The only thing is that you got the history of James Harden and Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, where these are guys who just haven't gotten it done in the playoffs and kind of have shrunk when in big games in the playoffs, especially James Harden. And these are both your number 1 and 2 players. I would like to think that they are going to be on a quest to prove that narrative false. But until they're able to do that, they got to be pretenders on
Yeah,
my end.
but I say that this team is scary because just looking at their roster, right? Like Schroeder's there. Right? Like this is coming off your bench. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but we know he can control tempo. We know he don't back down from play. He's had big moments as well. You got Mobley and the big fella like Allen down there for rim protection, which is needed in the playoffs. They got some real bigs. And Mobley actually been stepping out and shooting the three. So I do think that they are a scary team. You can't look past them. I mean, you should look past them anyway because Mitchell's over there. Right, so for that reason, I think that they're scary, like but then once again, are we talking about Eastern Conference contenders, like, just to come out of the East? I don't know, like you said, they gotta prove some stuff. Like, Harden has a lot to prove in terms of the playoffs, like, I would love to see Harden in the finals. Like,
Yeah.
I will love to, especially with this role where he don't have to be the absolute guy. Where he can just like he can actually like play well, knowing that Mitchell's gonna play great, and then they can do something. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for him to get there. But to say that they're going to, that East is tough
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Well, okay. What you think about the Cavs, Jane?
I think right now I'm gonna say pretenders because of this. The addition of Harden was big for them. I think Harden unlocks their bigs offensively. They gets them more involved, but he did not correct the issue that they've been having, and that's against the physicality of other teams. So, like, say the Knicks, we get physical with them, they big men disappear. You know what I'm saying? So they big men don't never show up when it comes down to the big game, when it comes down to defense.
because of Harden. You saying?
No, no, no. I'm just saying that was the issue.
Okay,
It does not fix that issue.
okay.
You know what I mean? Harden fixes the issue of finesse of getting them more involved. You know what I mean? So now Mobley can get more involved. Jared Allen right now is actually freaking balling
Yes,
right
he
now
is. Yes, he is.
because of James Harden. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let's not forget James Harden and Donovan is horrible defensively. Let's not
Horrible.
forget that.
They go
You
out to
know?
outscore you
So at the
They
end,
play the Knicks. Jalen Brunson gonna have his way with them.
he's gonna have a
Now,
field.
granted, they gonna have their way with him too, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Any
gonna be
physical guard is gonna have a field day, and Jalen Brunson is physical as it gets. You know what I mean? He's gonna be doing a lot. And when Mitchell Robinson get in the game, you're gonna see Mobley and them disappear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they never fix that issue. Now, Schroeder might bring some toughness off the bench, but I don't really see them doing anything much more than what it is. Harden might have gave them a few extra points, but it ain't gonna be enough to win in a 7-game series.
so. Are there any sleepers in the East?
Hmm.
sleepers in the East.
Hmm. I'm gonna go 76ers. I'm gonna go with Philly. that backcourt of Maxi and VJ, and you never know what you're gonna get with old boy that's Mr. Glass.
The
Yeah, Embiid.
Paul,
So if
where's
Embiid is
Paul at?
gonna
Where
play,
Paul come back?
shoot, he
well,
should be
he'll
soon,
be he'll be slated to come back, pretty
probably
soon.
by the end of the month.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now you're gonna have them at full strength. They might do something. You never know.
That's who I was thinking. I wouldn't call him a contender, and I don't think anybody would even put them out there for that. But because of who they're playing with right now, when we talk about VJ, we talk about Maxi, and everybody else who's playing, but then when you get Paul George back, and this is a guy who's always injured anyway, right?
Mhm.
So now he's been forced to kind of sit out, and it wasn't because of injury. It was just because of but now he's been able to heal any little shit that he always do have. So he's gonna be fresh. What I mean? He's gonna be fresh and motivated, you know, to do some shit. And same thing with Embiid. And by the way, Paul George was playing well before he got
Yeah, he
suspended.
was.
Yes, he
You know
is.
what I mean? And
And,
and Embiid was playing well. So I think they just trying to see if Maxey can keep them above water. And, I wouldn't want to play fucking 76ers the first round. Like I don't want to deal with that.
and
You
you will
know?
see, and Paul George, I believe, and this, I guess, is evidence by his absence, that VJ was damn near the front runner, for a Rookie of the Year when he was there, because that third person was on VJ, and that wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, yeah. So
He
they
didn't really
they
slow down, but you got the emergence of Flag and Knuckle.
nipple.
So
Yeah, so I think they're gonna, that's something right there where that's a team to watch right there. That's a team to watch, and when we get down to the end, I think that I know we said East and West we doing the East, but we could probably save the West for
Yeah,
next
we'll
week,
say the rest
and,
for next pod. Yeah,
and we do contenders, pretenders, and that sleeper for the West.
but
gotcha.
before we leave, right now, if the Knicks do not move to that second seed, our first matchup will be the 76ers.
Mm.
I bet you the Sixers wants the Knicks. Everybody want the Knicks.
Yeah,
Over the last 2 years, Sixers, we were beating them out the playoffs. Detroit, they was mad. They probably felt like they could have beat us. You know what I mean? Like we got teams that we trying to avoid, and the same thing with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
yeah.
But people
And,
want the
and the
Knicks.
Magic want us too.
Yep, yep.
Well, listen, it ain't that he want y'all. They want to play in the Garden. Ain't nobody. That's people want to put on that MSG, man. You better be glad Washington ain't in there and Trey Young was playing because he love it there.
I had one of my best games of my high school career at the Garden, man.
Man,
So hey, man.
I got blackballed, so I don't talk.
Well,
Man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got blackballed. Boy, you know what I was going for, man.
Oh man.
A lot of NBA scouts there, and at 5'7", I was trying to show something.
Hey man. Well, before we get off this basketball, I gotta show y'all this, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this, man.
Let me see.
You
Let me see.
gotta see this. Get it going for you.
What we
Y'all
got?
see it?
Yeah, I can see it. What we got?
Nah.
Take his pill and see locks the
Get
other
up.
way.
Oh!
You
Oh,
know
she
that
ain't
they
come close.
see that one.
Now
No, she
you
ain't come
tell me.
close.
Yeah, man. Now that's the unrivaled league right there.
This is
And for the audience that can't see it, you had a young lady going for a fast break, and she thought she was going to dunk with two hands.
it definitely took off though.
She took off, thinking that she was going to actually do it, and ain't do nothing but grab net. You know what I mean? Lisa Leslie is rolling around in her grave right now. I can tell you that much.
Cheryl Miller. So highly disappointed.
She punching the air right now, man.
It's
I
it's
tell you.
it seemed like that was the start, and, the next generation is about to be coming in, windmilling, this is why these women are gonna have to, hustle and bustle out there to go ahead and get this paper, man. They trying to bring some excitement, some dunks and stuff like that, but listen, man, athleticism ain't there, man. Sh
Go
Y'all
ahead,
look
get your 2 point. Go ahead, get your 2 points and call it a day, man.
yeah, get your 2
Go
however
ahead, get your 2 points, man.
however,
Call it a
though,
day. Now,
somebody did dunk it. Somebody did dunk the ball, though. I don't know which young lady it was, but she did go up there for a one-hand dunk,
I mean,
and
we've seen it before.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Girls have caught bangs in games before, but like, she was really not close.
No,
Like
and she looked
that
back
wasn't even
she
close.
looked back too like, "Oh, yeah, I
But
got
I
her."
gotta imagine if you just gonna do that, you gotta have done that before. She just maybe just mistimed it. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know you gentlemen, dunking it wasn't quite your forte. You know what I mean? But like
Oh,
when you,
no, definitely wasn't.
I remember first, like when I first started to dunk, you got to get them steps right. You know what I mean? You got to get them little choppy steps right. That it then go up. You know what I mean? She ain't get her choppy steps right. That probably threw her off, man. Yeah.
I tell you, if anybody can teach dunking, it would be you.
Well, I mean, I do recall a time in Bayonne where you caught my man sleeping.
Oh,
We talk about that in a different pod, but that was one of the
yeah,
nastiest in park dunks I ever seen in my life.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I tell you another thing, that young lady went up there to try to dunk that shit and miss, which what you would have seen for me is me summer high as the fuck out. Like, no. Yeah, you wanna show off for the womenkind, huh? Have a seat right here. We now 2
Show
points.
off for womenkind, man.
They
Let's
fight
let's
with
get this dunk. Ain't
now
come close.
some girl went down there and put that 1 foot, jumper right in their face from 3. That was a three-point
That
swing.
1 foot jumper. But all you can hear, like when she went for that dunk, is that sound effect that be all on the internet. Fire! That's all you can hear, man.
Yo, she would have sat right there by me. Come on, for the rest of this game.
Oh,
Fire!
yeah. She definitely needed to sit down, man.
Yeah.
But what else we got here, man?
And that's how, the kids be doing that stuff like in real life, yo. Yeah. Yeah, my son had a basketball game. Kids on the bench. So a kid did something. They fell. Kid on the bench like fire. I'm like, yo, man, hey, I gotta chill. But what we got?
Oh, that what's that thing? Do you, um, like your boys post or something like that?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
yeah, I think it was a post that had came up with where it's like, on social media, do you is it weird if you don't like your friends' posts, things that they, put on the internet, whether you like it or share it or commented on it? Is it weird? And that same post Meek Mill had put on there said, "Watch those type of dudes." And then Fabio was like, I can't imagine, not liking my man's stuff that he put on the net. I mean, it's like support. I don't. I just if they scroll past it and I see it, I'm just gonna like it, press like without even thinking. So I guess the question is for us and for people in general: one, do you do it like all your friends post that you see and things like that? And for you, are you taking offense when your stuff don't get liked by your friends?
Hmm.
Um, James? No.
Well, I'll go first. It don't matter. Um, well, I like every post. Well, first of all, I gotta see it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't see everybody's posts because I don't be that active with it sometimes. But if I do see it, come across it, I like it. You know what I mean? As long as it doesn't, as long as it's something that won't give me any problems in the long run. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue with liking it because sometimes your friends could be crashing out and you ain't gonna like everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean? I can't condone some of the crash out because some people look at you like, yo, you condone this? And I'm like, ah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really like this right now. I'm gonna call my man up though. I'm gonna go talk to him though. You know what I'm saying? Out of support for most of the things that are going on, yeah, I like it. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean? That's my brother. Yeah, I'm gonna like it. You know what I mean? I don't see why not, unless it's something where it involves our circle or maybe like in relationship wise or friendship wise or something like that. Maybe that something like that that might you might want to just say, I'll just come back to this later. But other than that, I'm supporting. You know what I mean?
Which you want to go last, Mo?
No, 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 I just wanted to know
Uh,
what James was saying. No, I
uh,
um, no, so one, like, and I don't I don't I don't talk social media language, and I think people really need to adopt this. Like all of us, if I make a post or whatever, you guys don't like it, I post a picture. You guys don't like even my wife who's on there, not all the time, but if she don't like it, I don't talk the social media language, meaning that that don't mean that we not cool or nothing like that. Oh, you ain't like my picture. We not. I don't like. There's been people who unfollowed me. I thought we were still cool. Like I didn't know that that mean that we ain't cool no more. Like I deal with real life. If we not cool, like let me know in real life that we not cool. Whatever. And then it's like you gotta be able to separate that. But like, if my friends, I don't think I liked everything that you guys post, but I like everything that you post. Like if that makes any sense. Like
yeah, yeah,
I don't think that me pressing this button is the thing that's gonna take our friendship, make like solidify our friendship. It just doesn't. Like if it now say if you guys are promoting something, we got these off the Parkway posts and things like that, letting people know new episodes coming out. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sharing that.
hmm
So if you guys are selling hats or a shirt, I don't care what it look like. You guys are trying this something that you guys believe in. I'ma like it. I'ma share it. Whatever you need me to do with it. Like pause. Um, I'm gonna make sure that was wild. Um, I'll like and do that. But like a simple post to look under the bottom of it, and this is where I think people confidence and everything be attached to these social media things. I know people who literally post pictures, and if they don't get whatever likes satisfy them, they will delete the picture. Like this is delusion, bro. Like we gotta do better. That I don't. It's not weird if you post something and people don't like it. Like it's cool. Like some people,
yeah. I
like
don't care.
yeah, I sometimes I just get
Mhm.
on social media just to stroll. What do I look like I know a lot of people, I gotta press the heart button for everything that I see. Like, nah, it's not I don't think that it means anything. And it also don't mean that I don't like what you post. I'm just looking at it and just keep moving forward. Like when y'all post funny stuff, like so I might call you. Hey yo, that was
hmm
crazy. Yo, you
yeah,
just give
yeah.
me that. Yeah, but me not pressing that button doesn't mean that I don't like what you post or we not cool.
Yeah, nah, not at all. Not
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. I mean, like, it's a funny thing, man, because like I am just completely oblivious, like to like what you said, more like the like to the internet language and things
Yeah,
like that. And I look on when I look on IG and YouTube Shorts or TikTok stuff or anything like that. I am literally looking for stuff that's gonna make me laugh, and
that's
if
it.
it makes me laugh, I'm putting it on my stories. I'm sending it out to y'all. I don't care. So and then occasionally when I'm scrolling, I see my friends, and I see my close friends and my brothers, and it's like, oh, they posted something that's dope. I can see, James post something with his kids, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a dope picture." But it just would not click to me to press like every
Hit the like
time.
Yeah,
You,
button.
yeah.
you you know what I mean?
Oh,
It just would. And then I'm shout out to my wife, you know what I mean? But she'll get on me about like, she's like, "Oh, like you ain't see the post I pick with with the kids or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I saw that. So, oh, you ain't say nothing on there. I'm like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Like, you know what I mean? They'd be like, "What, you didn't like it?" Like, yeah, it was nice. You know what I mean? Of course I liked it. Like, I just didn't think to press like. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I'm just oblivious to it. You know what I mean? I don't think that it matters, you know what I mean? Because again, I post stuff. I got a bunch of posts on mine, and I don't have a bunch of likes. Some things, some people might like, especially if it's like family oriented and things like that. But when it comes to me personally, a picture or something like that, I don't get a bunch of likes. You know what I mean? I might get a few, and cool, it's dope. Yeah, but like it doesn't. I'm completely oblivious, and it's funny. Like James was saying that if you gotta make sure you watch the video before you press like, what I mean? 'Cause you press like, you don't know what they talk about, man. Somebody just
They could
hit
be
you up like,
crashing
"Hey,
out.
man, you like that? You like that post?" Like, "Yeah, man, my boy. I told you know he was supporting Hitler, right?" I'm like, "Oh, I had no idea." Like, "Oh, my bad." Like, "Nah, too late. That like attached to you, man." Like,
Right.
so you gotta watch that video, man. But nah, man, I don't think it. So all three of us are saying it don't matter. But the funny thing is that I think we're the minority on this right here.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
I think more people believe that it's weird if your friend posts something, you see it, and you don't press like. It's something deep behind it. That's a problem. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, damn. To me, it's like it's not that deep. You know what I mean? If y'all post something, I I like it. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing that just
Simple as
like,
that.
yeah, it's just weird. You know what I mean? That people think that way, and I never took this internet shit serious ever. And that includes Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, any of this stuff. Like, this is not real to me. So I don't look on IG, see somebody else, what they doing and they living their lifestyle, say, damn, I wish I had that. That's a problem. And that's why they're looking for that validation. And the likes and comments is validation. And I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? So it never bothered me. And if I don't need it for myself, I don't be looking to do it for anybody else because I'm not thinking that way. So that'd be my issue.
Yeah, I think if somebody was to say to me like, ask me why I didn't like something, or ask me did I not approve of the post or whatever the case may be, I don't think I will want to follow them anymore, to be honest with you, because you are putting me in a position to, like, you're forcing me to
Mhm.
like it. You know what I mean? You making me feel like I have to do this to to make you happy. You know what I mean? And I don't want to. You know what I mean? I want to look at the internet like,
You want it to be organic.
Yeah.
yeah, organic and just fun. You know what I mean? If I feel like it, I feel like it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? It's not something I should be I have to do it to make someone happy. I just want to make it my safe space where I can just post whenever I feel like posting, and I don't care if you like it or not. I'm posting it for me, not for the approval of everybody else.
To me, it's just not that deep on both sides. So if a friend or even like somebody who and Maul, you made a good point, especially if you're promoting something that you're doing, some business or something like that, and it's like if somebody say, "Hey, man, I'm doing this," like if you see it, repost it. I've gotten that before. I have friends, that, like, "Hey, yo, this repost. I dropped the single. You know, what I mean, repost me. All right, I support you, my man.
What if the
Whether I
single?
like it or not, if you ask me, I support it. You
I'm
know what I
about to
mean?
Go
say,
ahead and say it, James. Go ahead and say it. Go
yeah,
ahead and say
I'm
it.
about to say, what if it's trash?
You my man. You my man. I'm gonna repost it. You know what I mean? Like so,
I
like,
gotta tell you his ass though.
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. But I'm gonna repost it because you my
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Like so, like, all right, cool. But even if so, that's that level of it where I
Yeah, nah,
completely get it.
nah,
You're looking for support.
I'm a blind supporter of my people.
Yeah, yeah. If you my man and you asking for that, I got you.
Say what if his ass?
It ain't no skin off my back. But like what James is saying, like even if it's that one where somebody say, "Hey, I posted this picture," like, man, did you see it? Yeah, how come you don't be liking my pictures? I don't think it's to the point where I need to unfollow you and make it and now make it something. I'm just gonna tell you exactly what I'm telling y'all. Like, yo, it ain't that serious to me, but
Yeah, yeah.
you need that? I got you. You go, like, I don't give a damn. Like, you know what I mean? It just ain't that serious. You know what
But
I mean?
believe it or
So
not, we don't algorithm are not the same. You know what I'm saying? So you
no,
can
it ain't.
post
It
something,
ain't.
yeah, and you could post something, and I won't see it. You know what I'm saying? I really won't see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean,
I'll see every other commercial under the sun that IG wants me to see, or
mhm.
Facebook, or whoever wants me to see. They might show me the twerk show for 2000. You know what I mean? But I there's certain stuff that you just won't see.
Shake that booty, me. Hey.
You'll see all this other stuff, but you won't see the things that you really want to see. The thing is, if some people can't accept that though,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, just listen, just
It
don't
ain't
don't
that deep,
don't bring
bro.
that don't bring that nonsense to me though. Like, you ain't even like my don't do that. Cause then I might just unfollow you because like and be cool with you still. Like once again, that this social media stuff cannot ruin our friendship. It can't. Like I can't let it. Like I just know that you on this stuff, so maybe we don't need to follow each other on
Or
social
or
media.
or, or let's not forget, the like, if you dating someone or you with someone and they can't handle the fact that other people like your post. You know
Well,
what I
that's a
mean?
different one right there.
You post a picture of yourself and everybody else like it and they can't handle. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well, I
So,
mean, it's not about everybody else. It's gonna be the chicks that like it. You know what I mean?
well, hey.
Well, I mean,
I,
we
I,
can't play. We
I
can't.
always get
We can't have it both ways and be oblivious and act like it ain't. It might not be something there. And I'm not saying that it might be something that you doing, but that person might be feeling you. You know,
Well, it can be.
girls ain't
Oh,
just liking your pictures just to like it. You know what I
no,
mean?
no, I'm just
Sometimes
saying it
unless they're
can
some
be.
friend, unless they're really friends that you've known for
Yeah.
a while and stuff like that, that's different. But if it's just some like random, like, all right, yeah, they like because they like it. You know what I mean?
Hey, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? The same way how if the female can get likes for every little picture that they got, and we don't complain, we don't say nothing. Hey, man, just let me live. Let me
yeah.
get some love too.
Oh,
You know,
Let me not speak on it
who this
because
person like it?
I don't get those likes. Yeah, I never have. So you know what I mean.
well, I don't post enough, so
I
I
get
posted the first time this year. The
the
other
most likes that I get is when it's other
You average
people in the
triple
picture.
digits there.
If it's other
no,
people in the picture, Imma get a lot of likes. Me by myself, nah.
Oh, my kids in there. We're gonna get it. We gonna
Yeah,
run it up. We're
so I
gonna
put
run it up
yeah,
with
my
my
kids
kids,
run it
man.
up.
But me,
My wife or
shit.
something like that, yeah, that's gonna run up.
me posting the picture by myself is like me on Mahente gets no love. I can tell you that.
They was calling you Javier up there.
Nah,
Yeah,
he never called
we're
me
gonna
no
have
out.
to post the stats of this then, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
We can go
don't
on
worry.
Mahente we can go check your Mahente account right now.
Right
Shoot,
now. Right
yeah,
now.
yeah, we can, and you gonna see zero.
But my Jersey but my Jersey Kingpin on MySpace wasn't getting no love. The fucking Jersey Kingpin. Who the fuck I thought I was?
Yeah, yeah. That never knew you to be that.
Never, never.
Yeah, I can tell you, I used to love that Black Planet back in the day, boy.
Black
That
Planet was
Black
special.
Planet was special,
That was special, man.
special times, and man, these young kids won't know nothing about it though. I can tell you that much.
Mm.
Where we had to, there was no real webcams and stuff like that. You had to get your picture some way, somewhat, get it scanned and put on there and all that.
Yeah, yeah, it was a whole process.
Yeah, it was. If you had a picture on your page, you went through some work.
I had some bull. I think I had a motherfucking G-Unit tank top on. Through some baby oil on that motherfucker, man, flexing on there. When
I think my
when
page had a
look,
cartoon type of figure with guns and like jewelry and stuff like that in there.
mhm.
Yeah, I was wilding.
Hey, that's all the Caldwell days of the computer room. That's how I started my Planet page right there, right in the computer
I was
room.
just I was just up there yesterday too.
Oh man, must be any difference from last few times you've been up
Oh
there?
yeah, yeah. When last time you been up there?
I haven't been up there in damn near 10 years.
Oh, it's really different. They got a whole different dorm. Like it looks different. You know what I mean? So, it's still familiar as hell, but some difference there. And it was looking real black up there too. I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of black folk up here. They
By
ain't
now,
here
yeah,
what it used to be.
they should have been able to get up there by now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just they
Yeah,
was
especially the
like
one
that before.
yeah, especially since it's that one little trip up Bluefield Ave. You should get more.
You would think. You would think.
You should get a
Well,
whole
it's a
lot.
because it's a private school, and Caldwell costs money.
Yeah.
So if you ain't got a lot of financial assistance, you might find you can go to Montclair State cheaper.
It's my days at the well, boy.
Sir,
You
I,
ain't never get to the well.
The well didn't even recruit me either. So you're supposed to put a word in, man.
why would you want to be recruited there?
Right.
They barely recruited me. I had no business going there. I had no business going there. Listen, we can talk about that another day. I was supposed to be playing against you in conference games, in another team, but I completely made an active decision to say, nah, I'm gonna go over here.
And became a legend. Don't worry
Definitely.
about it. Yeah.
Anyway,
And the Caldwell legend. But before we get out of here, man, we need to talk about my man Walt that used to work at Destination Smokehouse, man. My man, Mr. Tendenism, man.
Mm.
He no
you
longer
talking
is in
about
the
Walt? Who the fuck is that? I only know Mr. Tendenism, man. That's the only person I know.
yeah, his name Walt. Man.
God damn it.
They done let him go, man. He
Yeah,
had a little. There was a lot of rumblings, a lot of rumors going back and forth saying that he wasn't there anymore. A lot of people saying he was still there. But I think the issues with the whole trademarking of his Mr. Tendenism, that the owner
hell is a hell
now
of a
he
name.
owns it. Yeah, he owns the trademarks, and he would not give Mr. Any compensation about it. And I think, a lot of people saying that the owner was having issues with Walt having all the attraction. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go in there, everybody wants to take a picture with him. They want to do videos with him. All the celebrities are coming just to speak to Walt, not to the owner. As an owner, me personally, I wouldn't care. As long as the money's coming in, I'm happy. Walt can be the face of everything. I don't care. But he wanted to be a face of something. He wanted to bring in his people. He wanted to try to tap into like the country singers and all that stuff, the other influencers. People are outraged and they are unfollowing the page and they're saying they're not going. So
Yeah, man, ain't that a common story, man? Throughout the history, you know what I mean? In our culture, black people are the founders and originators of so much stuff, and then somebody in the background that got more money, influence, and power, and in the right skin color, and they just take it, and because they're a little bit more business savvy and they know what to do and they know how to turn a profit off of the thing that you're doing that's so popular, and they just take it from them. You know what I mean? And that's a shame, man. That's a shame. Especially this is an old ass man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he getting some popularity and doing and making your shit pop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like why not? Like that's so stupid. Like how like humble yourself. Like I would be like you just said, like I wouldn't say a damn thing. Yeah, I'll let everybody think that's his shop. Come on through.
Might have gave him
If
some
if he
ownership.
was more smart, he'd have kept him there and
Gave him some ownership.
yeah, or not. Just
Well,
kept him on the payroll. You know what I mean? Just like he would have been happy with that. He wasn't complaining. Yeah, let everybody think that's yours. But bro, I'm gonna pay you good, keep you around, and you keep bringing that clientele in. And man, we the biggest consumers in the country, man. Black people are the biggest consumers in the country, and we always looking to spend our damn money on some shit, even if we can't afford it. And people, they had that thing popping, and so you
they sold out
separate.
every night. Sold out
Now you
every night.
separate, and now you let your business suffer because it's gonna suffer now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where
It's
they at?
stupid.
Where they at?
In
In
California.
California.
California. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I'm somebody in the restaurant business
I
and
go get him.
food business, what? In a heartbeat,
I go get him.
I go get him. I'm like, yo, man, I damn near give him his own store.
Yep,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
yep,
I rebrand it, call it tenderism,
Mhm.
and like, yo, man, I give you a store. You gonna promote for all my stores. You
yep,
know what I mean?
yep.
If I send them on the run, like you do appearances at this one, like what?
'Cause it's his recipe, right? Like that's the
It might not even be.
Yeah,
I make them
they're
believe it
saying
is.
maybe, maybe not. They don't. It's not
but
100%
he's
shown.
he's the popularity behind it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it. He's the personality behind it all. Why not ride that? That's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like
But
whatever.
like you said, if I'm somebody who has some stores or I'm an investor, at least that initial rush, that
Mhm.
first 6 months or wherever he gonna be at is gonna be a gold mine. I would definitely invest with him. And if he has the because the other business gonna fail because of what they did, and if he has the recipe, it's gonna fail because the food not gonna taste the same. So yeah, I would definitely go ahead and do
He
that.
seemed
But
to know the right degree to keep that
that motherfucker
motherfucking oven on, man.
came off the bone,
Look,
didn't it? Now listen,
look,
he
look.
bring my plate out. He do all that bullshit. I'ma fuck him up. Oh, God damn, like, you do all that bullshit? Nah, but but like you said, man, this stuff has been going on since the beginning of time. In terms of like, we come up with something, they take full advantage of it. Us not having the business sense or the
Mhm.
knowledge of what we should do with stuff that we create. And I think young entrepreneurs today or future entrepreneurs need to actually understand what they have and what they're making is special and unique, and go through all the legal procedures, getting things trademarked, making sure that it's their stuff and that it can't be stolen by anybody. So let this be a learning lesson. I hope that what's his name, Walt lands on his feet.
yeah. Well,
And comes back even better than ever. I know he was cooking on his stove. Somebody was saying like he was in front of his stove doing stuff. I don't know if he was selling stuff or he was just regular cooking, but hopefully he lands on his feet. Um, and hopefully the people who took advantage of him get what they deserve.
yeah. The last two videos that he did before, he first video he was saying that he was going to do like a consultant business where he come to your business
Okay.
and rate your
Yeah.
food and talk about your food or how to get it better. And then the last video he was talking about doing his own restaurant, own business type of thing. So man, I think he's bouncing ideas around. And at the end of the day, you got to, we all know what we want for him. We want him to be great, but at his old age too, we got to think about that as what he wants right now. You know what I mean? Starting a business in a restaurant is a lot of work. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Does he have that energy left in him to start
He
all
got
the way?
energy. We know he got energy.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Is he ready to tackle all that? Now I hope somebody comes in to help him out and partner up with him so he can flourish as best as of his ability. Restaurant business right about now is a lot of work. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that Walt gets back on his feet and does great things. You know what I mean? The whole black community is pulling for you, brother. So just hang in there, OG. Oh, we'll support you as much as we can, man. Open up around the East Coast so we can come around, man.
For
Or
real.
we
Get
take a trip.
some
We
tenderness.
take a
Call him over and see if he can cater an event at the crib, sir.
Yeah. You wouldn't be the first time you did it.
Okay, here we go. So you know what? Like I was saying, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe. You know what I mean? This was episode 29 of Off the
Jeez.
Parkway. Yeah, we're moving off the Parkway podcast. I'm James, this is Big Sue and Jamal. We'll see you next time.